Hello, crafty friends. This is the Papered Chef here. Welcome to Christmas in July. Today I'll be featuring Snowman Magic. It's a bundle, which includes a photopolymer stamp set. I started playing with it, and I think I'm in love. At first I thought, oh my gosh, these little parts are so small, but I'm in love. I love it, and I've only barely touched the surface of what you can do with it. So I have a few examples to show you, but first I'll just show you the card, which we'll be modeling after, because I wanted to make Mr. and Mrs. Snowman, Snowwoman. Okay, I'm using this bundle. I'm using different supplies in this entire series. I'm not focusing on just one product for the series. I'm focusing on, like, each time I do a video, I'll focus on a different product. Here's what the dies look like. There's loads and loads of dies. I really like this frame. The bundle in the catalog looks like this. You save 10% when you purchase the stamp set and dies together. So this is I'm on page 78 where the bundle is featured. And I'm also going to go to the page where, this is on my website too, but I'm going to go to the page what it says to go to. So it'll say, here, it'll tell me, now I can see that with my, okay, page 44. So that way you can see a different example as well. One other thing that I really liked about it is I was able to use my mini. I didn't need to use my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and that was a pleasant surprise for me. I should have noticed that when I was looking through the catalog, but you can tell something uses the mini machine because the little mini machine is pictured down in the right side corner. Look at this little fun snow woman with the little beach hat. I just thought that was adorable too. And look at all the different ways you can use different color schemes. So the card I came up with features one of the celebration products that you can get for free, and that is the paper. So this is what I'm thinking. But then after I'm making this, I was like, I could have made snow in an angled way, so I might do something a little bit different with the snow, but I still wanted that piece of real red glimmer paper. This paper is in the, let me grab this paper. This is in the annual, or in the mini catalog. It's called Real Red and White Glimmer Paper. So let me pull that out. It's 6 by 6. I'm going to pull out some of each. Actually, I already have a piece of red. I may already have a piece of white that's big enough. Let's see what I have for the white. Yeah. Okay, we already have a little piece cut, but I just want to show you the white. We might use it for the frame because I used it for one of my frames and it's incredible. So this is a good one to use for the little frame for this die here. Where's my die? This die here. I used velvet and then I used this, and this held up better than the snowy white velvet paper. So just so you know, you can use the white velvet paper to make your frame, and it's flocked and the white velvet paper is nice, and I'll show you my sample of that. But this one held up better. It's thicker and it just kind of stood up better on its own. Okay, so that's good. Got that out of the way. Now let me show you the celebration paper I'm using for this card. Okay, I'm stuck on you. I got stuff stuck everywhere already. I just started, cleaned off my whole table, and I'm already have stuff stuck everywhere. All right, let me reach for the paper. And it's called Rings of Love. Okay, so you might not even have noticed this, right? This paper, it's fantastic for snowy scenes. There's the other side of it, little birds. But the Rings of Love paper is free. I grabbed out here. We'll get some. I'm just going to use that piece. See if I have any more like that. No, these are, yeah. This is the Rings of Love because it goes with this ring hybrid embossing folder. Pretty cool paper, right? So I had it cut it comes 12 by 12. Here's another piece. I can go ahead and cut all three. That's why I'm looking for it. Oh, there's another one. In my celebration sampler, I was trying to save a few of these, keep them back, and not put them in my sampler because I wanted to be able to use them for these snowman cards. Now we're going to it depends on whether you want your card to be horizontal or vertical. So like which way, you're going to still cut the matting the same way, right? But it might depend on how you cut your pattern and which part you want showing. So that might matter. So just kind of keep that in mind. These look like little crystals or something. I'm going to go with 4 inches. I'll do like vertical. I'm going to go by 4 and 5 1/4. Let's see. I'm going to put this onto a pool party base. Therefore, let's show you what I mean. This is a pool party base, even though my example is a Night of Navy base. Or I might be using a real red base. These are the 2 card bases I already have prepared. So I'm thinking I don't want as much pool party showing. This is really not pool party, but Night of Navy. But I don't really want the light part showing in the corner, so I'm going to chop that off. So something like that. So, you know, you can like pick which part of the pattern you want to show. And then that has more contrast than when you put it on the pool party base, which looks really good for winter scenes. It would also look good on the real red base because I'm using some real red accents for the snowman's outfit. Okay, let's take a different piece of this and just cut another one, just so we have them made so we can stamp right onto them. This time I'm going to go for a lighter section. You'll see why. I want this whole section, so I'm going to put this on the real red base. So what you're going to do is you want this lighter section, so you're going to chop off, say, the darker section of the paper. You're going to go like that. And they're not going to chop it off. You're going to just have the darker part being on the bottom. You shall see why. So again, it's just 4 by 5 1/4, typical A2 card base, and this one's going to be horizontal pattern. All right, so let's start with the snowman. Let me just show you these sentiments, and then I'm going to show you what we're using. We're using, it's the most magical time of the year, but also the other cool sentiments. Sending wishes for a cool Christmas, right? Thanks so much. I used that one on one of my cards already. You have inside sentiments filled with warm and wonderful memories. I love you so much. Thinking of you this season. Okay, you have a lot. There's a lot going on. This is a very, very inexpensive bundle as far as, you know, our designs go. $41.25. So there you go. You can order it from my Stampin' Up store. And here it is, the website right there. All right, so let's go ahead and write down the first part of this. Here, look, I thought I brought a pen, and I still didn't bring a pen. All the times I think I brought a pen. That was a blender pen. All right, let's just use pool party. We're going to say 5. So this is DSP. Just so how far we've done so far, 5 1/4 inches times 4 inches. That's what we've done. And it's a typical A2 card. So let's now put this down. I'm going to put the sponge. We're going to do some stamping onto this. I'm going to use the first color I'm going to use for this project is Night of Navy. I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Night of Navy. We're going to put our sponge. I'm just using the sponge from the Stamparatus, but a silicone mat works really good too. Okay, let's see. Oh, lots of you have come in to join me. This is so awesome. Okay, t-shirt trick. She said I did it. Okay, Laura Ann said I bought a new ScanNCut. It tore up your DSP even after your t-shirt trick. I don't know. I don't remember doing a t-shirt trick. Was that me? Did I ever do a t-shirt trick? I have lots of tricks up my sleeve, but I don't remember a t-shirt trick. But if your paper's ripping on your ScanNCut, definitely try using different paper and different vinyl and things and different blade pressures and things like that. But we'll get to that. And go ahead and join my ScanNCut user group, and we can help you out there. There are loads of people who are experts in doing t-shirts. Hello, Betty. Hello, Bpre. Magali. Patty. Melissa from Texas. Elaine from Utah. Betty loves the snowman. Debbie, hello, loves the snowman. Terry. Laura Ann. Yeah, don't get the mat too sticky. Get good, Laura. You help. You guys help. You guys are all scanning. A lot of you guys are ScanNCut experts that watch my channel. Hello, Diane. You guys can help Laura. All right, we're going to go ahead and not digress. We're going to open up the Night of Navy ink pad. We're going to open up the stamp set and take out the sentiment. This is such a great sentiment. Large. It's the most magical time of the year. Right? I know it's supposed to be wonderful time, but I'm going to go ahead and mount that onto a block. But we can sing It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year and interchange with magical. This is a stamping block D. Okay, before we stamp onto our paper, go ahead and stamp onto the mat. Make sure you get good ink coverage. Not yet. Good. Okay, once you get good ink coverage, then go ahead and stamp right onto the light section. Hold it for a few seconds. Press in the middle. And see why I chose that paper in the place that I did. Okay. The reason I put the light pool party at the top, or it's not really pool party, but they said that Night of Navy was one of the, well, maybe it is pool party. Night of Navy was definitely a coordinating color in this paper, but I just chose to use the light side for it's the most magical time of the year. Let's go ahead and do another one. Let's go ahead and just put that one on this card, and then we can put the snowman down there. I'm going to put this one right. Right, I'm trying to think if I want to, like that or like that. That's too dark. I think I'm put it on that side. Okay, so you just want to put it on a light side for contrast. Okay, hold it. Good. That way we can make 2 snowman cards at once. Closing it up. Now we're going to stamp our snowman. Let me just going to go ahead and take this off because I'm done with it. And I need that stamping block for my snowman. So we're going to put the snowman on there. Put it flat side up again. Right? Flat side up so it sticks to the mat. To the block. Okay. Now we're going to use black because Memento Black's good for the snowman. And then also we can put a little bit of blends on it or Wink of Stella. Okay, stamp on there. Now, if you don't have any, die cuts and you just bought the stamp set, just go ahead and stamp right onto this card. It would be so cute. Your little snowman will be cute, right? Don't worry about it. But I have the dies. I have the set of dies to go with this. So we're going to go ahead and create a couple snowmen. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and create, while we're here, some other things like some accessories. And we're also going to need to chop our paper so it fits through the machine. Let's see if we can. Yeah, Denise is saying, hello, Denise and Cheryl. Yeah, it's like you love this. I'm glad you love this one. So I'm just going to go like, let's see how wide this is. 3.5. Give or take, right? I'll just make it a little bit less. All right, so that's what I have to work with that'll fit through. Will the snowman, no, this is not going to fit the snowman punch. In fact, I think that retired, as a matter of fact. The snowman punch from a couple years ago. I have that too. Snowman builder punch. I don't think this fits it at all. I think it's a completely different shape. I don't think when they make a whole new bundle with dies that they'll even consider punches, like in the process of design. I don't think they consider something retired fitting with something new, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's get some little things we're going to need. I already have one hat cut out, but I do want to show you how I did it. So we'll do one more hat. I also have a little top hat cut out, but we'll show you how I did it. We'll go ahead and do a couple scarves. And I haven't played with the bunny yet, so maybe we need to play with the bunny. But we're done with the snowman. Let's take that off there. And let's get the little block to help us with some, because we're going to need to stamp a few things here. So you can, if you're going to do things in the same color, you might want to just put a couple things on your block. So let's put like the scarf and the hat on there, but far enough away so that the dies, there's a little piece of dust in there, so that the dies are not going to run into each other. But then the hat is going to be in a different color, so I'm going to put the hat over here. Now, I was going to do the hat in black, but I decided, just for contrast, to do the hat in Night of Navy. So we'll go ahead and do, just make a couple hats. Far enough away from each other so when you die cut, the hats are far enough away from the other metal dies near them. So we're done with the Night of Navy, I believe. Okay. We're going to use now real red. So I'll pull this off. We'll get the real red ink. So our colors all have like the same letters. They start with like RR most of the times. So if you hear me saying something, I'm talking about the color. It is just like red is all it is, but we call it real red. So it's just like your basic red. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the scarf and the hat at the same time. My real red is not super juicy. So I'm just trying to get good coverage before I put it on my paper. When I say my paper, meaning before I put it on my basic white paper. I'm using basic white. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll do another one of those. They're set over here. Okay, we have a couple hats and scarves. We don't need so many, but we have a couple. We probably do need a couple scarves. You know what? We might need another scarf. For good measure. I don't need this hat again. I think I have enough hats, but let me just put this over here. You can't see it, but I just really needed an extra scarf. All right, good. Now we need a bunny. We have a scarf and a hat and this. Let me look at my sample again. Seeing what else I need here. I can cut some snowflakes. We got our hat, we got our hat, we got our scarf. The face is different. That's a stamp. Some of the little stars. All right, so we need the stars, but that's going to be done in glitter, so that really doesn't matter. We need some stars and the snowflake, but we'll do that in glitter. So all we have left is the bunny. I'm going to pull the bunny die because I haven't played with it yet. We'll go ahead and put the bunny. We'll get the stamp off of this side because I haven't used the stamp yet. I mean, I think it'll be cute to have a snow bunny. Okay, let's lift that up. See if it'll fit. Yeah, we might need to get a bigger stamping block for that one. I'm just going to go ahead and get a real big stamping block because the other ones are pretty dirty. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not going to even be cute for, that's going to be cute for any time, like Easter as well. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. If I didn't love this already, the bunny makes me love it even more. Clearing off some room. Closing all my ink. I mean, I'm going to need the black again later for the buttons and things. I mean, I guess I could do the buttons now. I tend not to do the buttons, though. The reason I don't do the buttons yet is because I might mess up my snowman and the face, right? So I'm not going to bother putting the face and the buttons all over my snowman because if I mess up my snowman, then snowman, then I won't have to bother, you know, putting the face on it. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this up now, my tripod, so you get a little better view of this machine. It's called the Mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the platform is plate number 1. Then we do a plate number 2. Then we put the little piece of paper on there. And then we put the dies on there and we roll it through. It's just a little piece of dust, isn't it? Now, because these are small and because this platform, and you also want to stagger the plates. So I kind of do something like that and stagger the plates. But I don't really just want to put the dies in and just start cranking it through because these guys are so small. They're so tiny. So you need a little bit of washi tape. And you also don't want your little metal dies to overlap. So I would say tape these down. I'm going to go ahead and move it down here so I can see better when I tape it down. Just so things don't move around so much. I think there was a magnetic plate for this, but I tend to not even use magnetic plates for such small machines. All right, let's put that there next to, see if our bunny will fit. Nope, our bunny won't fit there, so we'll do this one over there with that bunny. Okay, so that bunny has to go all the way over there because it made the metal go too close if you put it there. So we'll put a bunny over there. You can cut out the other one later. You just can't cut them. You just can't make the dies too close together. We'll put the hat, put a scarf right here. Okay. Do you want to build a snowman? I know you guys are thinking of the song. You have to be thinking of the song when you see this. Okay, we need this little hat. In fact, I should have titled my video, "Do you want to build a snowman?" But alas, it is a Christmas in July because that's what I told you I was doing this month. No special order. I'm just basically making projects with the products I bought. That's how this series is going to work. I will do it different. Every time I do a Christmas in July video, it'll be on a different product that we haven't seen before, or some variation thereof. All right, looks like it's all good. Putting the top layer on there. And it's going through. I might have staggered it a bit too much. So you have to make sure if you stagger it too much, yeah, that's okay. As long as there's something under it. You just got to make sure that there's an actual plate underneath it when you stagger it. Now, what I'm trying to do is make it catch. So I have to kind of give it a push. Okay, what's going on? Sometimes you stagger it too much, and it doesn't catch. Okay, what's going on? Have no fear. It's going to work. Okay, there it goes. Cranking through. All right, we have our bunny. Cute. I'm just putting some stuff up there for now to get it out of the way. So we can just keep using this tape again. And I'm going to this time put this little tape over here so I can do this bunny right there. So that I'm just reusing the tape. So I like that even the little frame fits in the mini cut and emboss machine. Okay, beautiful little hat. Put that up there. Beautiful little scarf. So we're playing snowman dress up with all these cute little bits. There's our snowman that came out nice. Just keep moving your stuff around. There's a hat. Put it down here. I'm going to put this, I have to turn it like that so I can kind of see that one. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I have to check the view once in a while, what you see and what I see. Do you see what I see? Okay, the bunny has slipped around, but most of these have stayed in place. What I'm doing now is just making the snowman. I'll tape that on there, and then I will fix that. I gotta fix Mr. Bunny. Slip sliding away. I mean, you have to have tape on these because this little mini machine slips all over the place. Oh, this hat. He needs, or she needs a little hat over here. So because, I mean, and you can just stamp like a whole page of these at once. And cut them all out too. Or, or you could use your machiners, of course, but I have dies, so I'm not going to use my machine. And I'm also not going to make that many of these because I'm moving on to, I'm just going to make like, I made a few cards and then I'm making a few more. Today with you, I'll make a couple more. But then after that, I have Cup of Tea Bingo is what I'm planning on doing next. And then I'm going to move on to another whole set. This is one I'm going to play with again later, but not like right away. Because I'm moving on to some of my other products. Okay, look, they came out good. Now we're going to put all the little dies away. I'm done. I mean, I might leave the scarf one out because I do have a couple. I'll have a scarf to cut. And I might leave. Okay, I could leave this. I could do that other snowman for other card. But we're going to do Mr. and Mrs. Snowman first. We'll do this one later. Nope, I already messed up that hat. So we'll put that back. I'm done with the bunny. So I really just have a scarf and I'm going to go ahead and do it. I have a scarf and a snowman left. That's all. And then I'm done because that other hat is messed up and the other scarf is too close to the edge. And now what I do is when you have a lot of things to cut, your plates start getting warped, okay? See how that's getting warped? That's no problem. Just flip it over. And you're going to go, well, it's down now. When did it get warped more? You would think, but it's actually the opposite. It gets warped in the direction like you don't think it's going to get warped in sometimes. But basically, I just flip it around every couple uses, and then my little dies don't get as warped. Okay, These pieces are still good. I'm going to use these again. I'm reusing my washi tape. And even the top plate, you can, it gets warped a little bit if you use it a lot, so flip it around. Okay, and I'm not going to do the frame with you, but I'm going to go ahead and make a glitter snowflake with my paper, with my scraps of glitter paper. But I'll probably do that later because I don't know if I need it for this project. I can't remember if I did a snowflake or just snowflake stickers. All right, well, that came out funky, but anyway, the other ones are good. So let's go ahead and do some little more stamping. Let's put this away for now because I don't want to make you wait for me to do all these different steps. All right, let's go ahead and do some coloring, stamping, building a snowman. Let's put all this down, down, down. I cut out some extra trees earlier too. So there's buttons. So you're going to need the little buttons. These little buttons curve a little bit. So they kind of go like this where they curve like that. So the buttons are going to go like right there. And if you want to do the scarf first and then the buttons, that's fine. But I think it's easier because the scarf is going to be up on dimensionals. I find it's easier to do the buttons first. Tap, tap, tap. So I put them about down there because I wanted to have enough room for the scarves. Okay, and now let's make the faces. Okay, so we're going to need, there's a girl face and a guy face. So we're going to do, there's little ones with the little, it's like she's, well, I don't know if it's a girl, but it's like she has her eyes shut. I made that the girl. Kind of like, I don't know, like she's flirting or something. So got the little flirty snowman. So we'll do a couple of those because I got lots of the cute hats. So I was using that one where the eyes are somewhat shut for the girl snowman. And then I was using this one. I'm just going fast here because you're going to see me, you can try all this on your own. Oops. What I really like about this is that they look like they're talking to each other because they're facing different directions. Super cute little faces. Now what you're going to do is take your Stampin' Blends. If you don't have a Stampin' Blends, use a blender pen and dip into your pumpkin pie. Okay, let me go ahead and lower my tripod. Okay, so you can see a little bit better the coloring I'm doing, hopefully. Okay, I'm just taking my small end and I'm just kind of making little dots because this is, even though I'm using my fine tip end, this is still a little tiny nose, tiny little carrot nose. And if you mess up your nose, you can always use it's called I forget what the name of it is, but the thing that you erase, the white one that you can erase with, okay? For the bunny, let's use some Pool Party for the bunny. Wait a minute. Maybe I'll do dark and light Pool Party. Let's try it. Let's try and make a blue bunny. So I'm going to go ahead and do dark on the outside. And then we'll do light Pool Party. And then I think we need some Wink Stella on there. I think we need a little bit of glitter for our bunny. This is like oozing out all over the place. It's a new Wink Stella. All right, so that's some glitter. I could put a little bit of glitter on that too. But what I tend to do is like if my marker is not too, like this is a new Pool Party, so it's kind of juicy. If it's not too juicy, like I tend to kind of go around it with Pool Party, my little snowman in the past. But since my Pool Party is like too dark right now, it's too juicy, I'm just going to go around and use a little bit of Wink Stella on these instead. So you can't really see it, but I'm just kind of putting a little bit of glitter. I mean, maybe you could see it later when I put it up to the light, but So you kind of either want to give them a tinge, and what's really cool too is you can color your Wink of Stella. So then it's the actual color of you know, if you can like make your glitter a color with the pool party inside. And I've shown how to do it on my channel as well. Okay, now we need dimensionals. We need mini dimensionals. Fine. Okay, so these are mini dimensionals. We're going to put those on the scarves. Okay, let's find the little example again. So for this one, I just gave the Mr. Snowman a scarf, but we'll go ahead and do it both ways. We'll put a scarf on this one. Okay. And then I think I'm going to put a scarf on that one too, because they're going to be on different cards. But the card where they're next to each other, I won't put a scarf on both of them. Okay, let's put this scarf. See, I could have done the buttons a little bit later. So that kind of doesn't get in the middle. Let's see. So it doesn't kind of, I'll tilt it a bit. So it doesn't really cover up the buttons. Okay, that's cute. And the hats I put on a little bit because they're also up on dimensionals. All right, let's assemble the card. So we're gonna put these two on there, and then I'll put the hat. So what I was thinking for this is just an idea. Like, let's try to make, instead of the way I had it with the stripes, let's just try doing a little bit of tearing. See if it's the right length. Should already be 5 1/4. So let's just see if we can make some glitter snow. I think that would look better than just kind of straight lines, because then it looks like they're in the snow. Yeah, that's cool. And maybe we don't even need any real red on this one at all. But this one we can put on the, no, let's see. We can still put it on the real red background, but what I'm saying is, here, it'll still look cute on the real red background. But we don't need this piece there. We don't need that piece of real red glimmer paper, because it would just be real red touching the real red part. And you always talk about, in designs, you want contrast. Right? You want colors to contrast, so they're not, one color is not the same as the color right next to it. Alrighty, I'm gonna do this on the black part. Oh, I'm having fun. I hope you are too. So, shout out if you actually have this set already. The color lifter. Thank you, Terry. That's the word for it. I was like, the color eraser. It's called the color lifter. So if you mess up your carrot, thank you, Terry. Use the color lifter. Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad you're back watching my videos. Oops. It looks like there's some spammers. So I was accidentally almost deleted you instead of the spammer. Sorry. Put the top plate more forward. Okay, Betty's saying she puts the top plate more forward. Okay, I had the middle plate forward that time. Oh, no, that was taking it off. So she's saying put the top plate more forward. That might help. I do stagger the plate, so I will try that. It's like high melody. I don't even know which way I do it. It's kind of like I just do it, and I don't really think about how I do it. All right, we're going to put that on there. So this is your A2 card. The card itself is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and it's opening in the horizontal fashion. But you can also make it open the other way, which is some of my cards do as well. Okay, so we have our little glitter snow. Let's see if a glitter tree will work. Well, that's the little, that one's not glitter. We're going to see if the glitter tree will work better. Oh, no, I kind of like it with this. This one is snowy velvet, snowy. We might use a tree, but I don't know if Mr. and Mrs. Let's see if they're both going to fit there. If I do a tree. Yep, they'll still fit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tree. That's the one that's made of the flocked velvet. It's called Snowy White Velvet. I'm using this tree instead because this tree is too much like the snow. So I'm trying to just make the paper differ a little bit. And I cut these out earlier using Snowman Magic when I was messing with the velvet. Velvet was, by the way, very hard to put glitter on. I used like half my bottle of Wink Stella trying to make the tree glittery, and it ended up, you can't really make velvet glittery very easily. So I ended up just cutting out the glitter paper. That's where I realized, hey, I have glitter paper. Oh yeah, the tree's cool. So now we're going to put these little guys kind of overlapping each other, a little bit of an angle. That'd be cute. I'm going to pop them up with dimensionals. If you want, you could put them under the snow, you know, sticking out of the snow. That looks cute too. Like they're buried in the snow, but I think I'm going to put them up. I think I'm going to put them above the snow. Just personally, I'm going to put them above the snow, but you can put them above or below the snow. Grabbing bigger dimensionals. Okay, so I need some of these. I'm putting a couple on each one. Okay, I don't want to block, it's the most magical time of the year. I don't want to block that part. Oops, and I still need room for the hat. So we have to do the hat. Let's do the hat first. See how far we need to put it over. Okay, that's good. So that's going to be like, so we have to put the hat there. So let's get a mini dimensional. So the way you put that hat on is you put the mini dimensional over there on the paper, and then you put the hat on. Overlapping a little bit. Oops. There. What is keeps sticking out? Oh, that's the paper. I thought it was my dimensional. There we go. Super cute. Now we're going to overlap her a little bit. We're going to put her on top of him like that. And her little hat might be in front of the tree a little bit. So we're going to put the little hat like that. So we're just going to kind of build it up. So one down there, one here. Okay, overlapping a little bit. And then we're going to put that mini dimensional right here for her hat. Oh, I love it. And I love how they're like they're pointing at each other with the little noses. And then I'm going to use a few of my snowflakes. So you could use the snowflakes that came with it. So like this is the snowflakes you cut out. And if that's all you have, then cool. Then use those snowflakes too. But I have these snowflakes that are pretty awesome that I just got. And these are part of my specialty share. So if you missed it, there's this specialty share I'm doing. And it's open until Saturday. It's Designer Series Paper Share. And look how easy these are. These are already, they're like adhesive-backed snowflakes. Hello? How easy are these? They're adhesive-backed snowflake sequins. I think I'm going to do 5. All right, let's put one up here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one up there. So I just like to do odd numbers. Here. So now it's snowing. So there you go. Yeah, case away. Go ahead, Roxanne. Hello, Roxanne from Arizona. And Debbie, go ahead and case. Case means copy and share everything. Well, that's why I'm on here. So you can share it. So you can copy it. Of course you can. That's why I just designed this today, this afternoon. In fact, right before the video. But truth be told. And so here's the one I made with Night of Navy. Okay, now let's do something with the other single snowman. She's waiting for a little card of her own. We already have it started. We already have the sentiment. And we can put the bunny with her. Let's see how that works out. So we have this done. And I don't know if, I think I have a snowflake, so I'm good. We might use the tree for her. She's wearing a scarf. She's going to have a hat, a scarf. We might need, scarf's a little bit funky. You know what? Sometimes I get in there. Sometimes when I die cut, too much white comes out on these die cuts. And sometimes I have to trim it off to give me a little bit more leverage because I think it's blocking my button. I don't want this to block my buttons. Okay, let's see if that'll help the deal. little better. Yeah, see, now it's not blocking the buttons. All right, so where did my card go? We said we're going to do some with Pool Party. We said it was going to open vertically. We had another piece of paper that already has the sentiment stamped onto it. Here we go. So we're just going to build this card up real quick. So we have the most magical time of the year. But before we attach this to this, we can get our snow. Let's just use the other part of the snow. We already have snow. Let's figure out where we're going to put the snow. Let's kind of move it along here. Maybe there, but this one's looking a little funky, so we can kind of fix that, make it curved a little better. Don't try to do it with your scissors, because when you're doing the tear paper technique, you want it to look kind of natural. So you don't want to get in there and do it with scissors. Yeah, that's a little better. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it right there. So when you have an extra piece of paper like that, you're going to put the adhesive on the paper first and then trim it. That's my suggestion. So where you put the paper, you put your glitter paper where you want it. Like say you want the hills, something like that. I find it much easier than to just do this and then to flip it over and trim it. And if you want to save this glimmer, then you can use this for snowflakes, die cutting snowflakes. Flip it over. Trim it off. And that way you centered it where you wanted it. So that's good. Oops. Get off me. I'm stuck on you. I always have things stuck on me. There we go. So DSP, it's the DSP that's free. It's called Rings of Love. Okay, so if you missed it, okay, you must have just came in late. But that's okay, because I never announced I'm coming on. So, oh, hi, Susan. Nice to see you. This is the Rings of Love DSP, and I'm using it for winter scenes because it's kind of like what I had. I mean, bottom line is I didn't have really a lot of paper to choose from right now because I'm using it for a paper share, and I was really afraid of, like, if I open up any of my other packs and start playing with it right now, and there are a lot of packs which will work for these snowmen, I thought if I open them up, I'm going to be like one short and not be able to complete the share because I have just enough for the first round of the share, the ones that my team who ordered early. The rest of it, you have to wait. But anyway, that is why I chose to use my celebration paper, because I had a lot of extra of it where I didn't have a lot extra of my other things. All right, so we're going to put the little bunny on this card somewhere. We're going to put the little snowman. And there's a little bit of adhesive stuck up there. We'll try to use the extra tree I have. We're going to use it all. This time it's a glitter tree, so we'll just go ahead and put the glitter tree over there probably. Put her over there. She needs a little hat. There's already a little dimensional on this hat, but I'm going to pull that dimensional off and use a new one. Okay, we got to put the bunny. So before you adhere everything, try to decide where you're going to put things. I think the bunny, since it's facing that way, needs to be like over there. You know, it's facing into the scene. Yeah. Okay, something like that. And then we'll put a few snowflakes around and we'll be good to go. So first, the tree needs to go under this a little bit, kind of under there. I love these trees. They're really cool. There's 2 cool trees in this set. So I do recommend, you know, if you're going to make a lot of these for your Christmas cards, then definitely mass produce and do, like, make all the snowmen, then do all your stamping, then color all the carrot noses. You know, do everything in stages and you'll get done a lot faster. Putting a couple dimensionals on our snow woman. I'm still putting her. I'm going to put the bunny next to her, and there's this little kind of dot of ink. So I'm going to just put the bunny just overlapping slightly like that, just to cover that little dot of ink. And so they're little friends. They're happy to be friends in the snow. I guess snow bunnies would be white, but I just use Pool Party for, it matches, it contrasts. You can't have a white bunny in the white snow. You wouldn't be able to see it, right? And we need some snowflakes. Two. This time we'll use 3. Voila. I think the hat needs to be tilted, and that's all. I think it needs to be like, I don't know if it's tilted, but something, it had to be over there a little more. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to show you what else I made before this video, because I wanted to do, so this is the card I made for us to make. Oops. And we did. We pretty much made it. And I think the one we made was an improvement upon my original, meaning I used the red and white glimmer paper, but I like it better with the snow hill. But you could do it either way. Okay, and then this was just another variation of that card. So we have the same thing. And then I want to show you what you could do with this. If you take your little die cut machine, right, and you can do these, you can do this with it too. So here's two more things you can do with it. And you could take your little frame. Now this frame, by the way, you have to cut out the paper first. So the frame is not a frame. I thought it was. I was like, oops, mistake. Like, I thought it cut the edge. It doesn't cut the edge. You have to make a piece of paper, and then you make a frame. Okay? So, just so you know, you're going to make a piece of paper that's bigger, and then it's going to cut just the inside for you. It's not going to cut the actual frame itself, but that's how it looks. I put it up on using these things, these ones called foam adhesive strips. So for this one, I popped these up. I popped up the frame using foam adhesive strips. Okay? Yeah, this would make great shaker cards. Good point, Terry. And hello, Gloria. So you could see under there. And I just used a piece of basic white under there, but I inked around the edges with the pool party. So this was the first card I made. And I inked around the edge with pool party. Maybe you can't really see it, but there's like a tinge of blue in there for the pool party. And I did like this card. It was very simple. I didn't have to do hardly any die cutting. I just die cut the scarf and the hat. I stamped straight onto the paper. And I liked this frame, and I really liked it. But then I said, oh, there's all these cute little adorable dies. I want to dress up a snowman. Plus, this got cut off a little. It was hard to fit the whole sentiment under there. Well, it wasn't hard, but I just did it. I just need to move down the sentiment. Then I did this one next, and I used the flocked velvet paper. And I tried to put glitter on the paper, but the glitter, and I used a different kind of hat, but the hat looked kind of weird. I thought, I mean, not weird, but it just didn't fit the little snowman right. But I do love the way the scene looked on the paper. So this is the snowy white velvet paper, and I put a little glitter snowflake on top of it. I couldn't get this glitter to stick on the snowy white, so instead I just put the glitter tree. I glued a glitter tree right onto a velvet tree. So now I have like a really cool 3D tree. This is a 2-layered tree. I'm tilting it sideways so you can see. It's all popped up. And then I messed up the stamp. I put thanks so much. I stamped it, and I messed up the so much. But I was like, oh, no. My frame was already glued down. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So I masked off this part and used the little die I had that was not very big. It was a really small die. And I was like, okay, here's how small it was. So it wouldn't fit the whole thanks so much. But it let me fix that. It let me fix the issue. And it looks like I did it on purpose. Okay, so those are all your ideas that you can feel free to use. You might like this little hat, and it's cute, but maybe I think I need to make a smaller snowman, and maybe that could be the hat for the little baby. Make a little snowman family, and you have like mommy, daddy, and the little baby, and then you could cut off like one of the snowmen, balls of snow, and then maybe that little hat would look better on a smaller snowman. Okay, so these are all the different ideas. I hope you enjoyed the first installment of Christmas in July, and we'll give these a try. If you wanted to get any of the products I share with you, you can get them at my Stampin' Up! Store. All are available right now. Snowman Magic Bundle with the stamp set and dies photopolymer stamp set. That's all for now. This is the Papered Chef.